Okay, we're live. Hello, welcome. Let me make sure everything is on here. My audio is on. Okay, got my coffee. Very good. My dab vessel. My dab vessel. Cannabis Joe. Hello, Cannabis Joe. What? That's hard to say. Cannabis Joe. What's up? Mary A. Garshel one. Mary Garshel one. Hello, Mary Garshel one. I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Good morning, Cannabis Joe. Good morning. Good morning, my friend. Yes, someone who knows how to speak. That is good to see. Let's try to fix this this issue with the camera being so dark. That's weird, right? What's going on there, man? What's going on there with the freaking exposure, dude? What's up with that? There we go, man. There we go. No need to be so dark. It's so weird that, the camera is just unpredictable. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's not so great. Can't quite figure it out. So, good morning, guys. We're here to smoky time. And we're talking about a few things. There's an article in the middle of the front of the Orlando Sentinel today. And it says that it looks like Ron DeSantis is getting close to admitting defeat as his presidential bid is grinding to a halt. And it sounds fantastic. Almost too good to be true. But, you got to believe. You got to believe in stuff like that. And if we believe, and if we all work towards it, and we all speak about it, and we all talk about how Ron DeSantis is a fascist, and that he hates everybody, and he's not a good leader, he's a piece of human garbage, maybe he'll get out there, he wouldn't make a good president. He's a horrible governor, and he'd be an even worse president. He doesn't understand foreign affairs. He doesn't understand politics at all. All he knows how to do is throw money at shit to get his way. There's nothing in that man that allows him to work with people that he's got differences with. He just beats them, defeats them, and has his way. That's not how politics is supposed to work. You're supposed to debate. You're supposed to talk. You're supposed to give a little too. While you're taking. So, it's all about Ron and all about his fucking core beliefs, which are Christian, and which, when you boil it down to his style, it discriminates against almost everyone. You're not allowed to be gay, you're not allowed to be trans, you're not allowed to be a woman with rights, you're not allowed to be African American with rights. It goes on and on and on. Oh yeah, and he must hate the Jews too, which, most people do now, thanks Israel. Because, he doesn't say anything when the Nazis march in his state. So would he do anything like Donald Trump said, stand down and stand by to the Proud Boys? Yeah, more of that shit. And if that's what you're looking for, well, hey, man, DeSantis is your fascist, All right, so I want to do a dab, and I just want to take, hey, 4 name girls here. Look at that. Tony M72, look at you. Yes. Feel free to say hello to me in the chats, everybody. Know if there's something going on with the Rumble. Maybe I should look at the Rumble and see if we're on the Rumble. Yep. There's the Rumble. There's 5 people watching and nobody's saying anything. 2 thumbs ups. I'm one of them. Hey, Bitter. Good morning. So, let's keep going, shall we? We'll keep going with the dab here. I took my dog out for a walk this morning. We had a nice walk. We had a very nice walk. That's a handy little thing. So glad to get my vehicle back out of the shop. Yes. So I got to go out in the garage at some point and with the paper towel and clean up the transmission fluid that's on the floor. Make sure that everything is A-okay, but I'm sure we're going to be And what else is going on? Oh, yes. Uh, something, something else. Something else is happening. Let me check my Twitter feed. I may have tweeted it. No, I guess there's nothing there really. I thought I might have tweeted something that was interesting. It was just the DeSantis thing, and nobody's saying anything on Rumble. Huh. So we've got Jeff Lund. Hello, I'm looking better. Thank you. Michael Haskey. Hello. Lisa Fearney. Hello. Dark Inception. Welcome back. Sucks not having a vehicle. Yes, it does. It does. It totally does. Okay, so it's frigid where you are, for name girl. Thank goodness he's stepping down. Well, it's not for sure. But he's considering it and he's talking around it. In other words, he's telling people, make sure I'm sure in 2028 I'll do much better. You know, he's making comments like that. Hopefully he'll be gone before then. Gone. Gone, Daddy, gone. DeSantis, gone. I'd like to see DeSantis gone. Gone. DeSantis, gone. Gone. I'd like to see DeSantis gone. Gone. How are you going to take a dictionary out of a library for kids? How are you going to remove a thesaurus? You know? Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. You're in Connecticut? 18 degrees? Yep, it's cold. You guys are getting some snow, I heard, up there. He needs to go. My nephew manages a Copper's Hawk. He went to eat there and refused to be served by a person of color. Dude, I can't even look. Cannabis Joe, I know that Cannabis Joe, I know that is anecdotal, but God, that's hard to believe. That is so hard to believe. You're telling me that the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, went into a restaurant and refused to be served by a person of color? This would be all over the news if it were true. And how you and your nephew didn't go to a news agency and get this on the news is beyond me, because that's newsworthy. Is there any video of this? Did somebody pull out a cell phone? I'm in shock right now because I literally don't believe what you just told me. I have 4 kids and I'm a substitute teacher. Education materials, important subjects and books have been removed. It's horrible. It's horrible. But that thing about Ron DeSantis, he refused to be served by a person of color. That's huge, and that needs to be talked about. I want to know more about that. I mean, did you guys go to the press with that? Does anybody else know about it? It's such a horrible thing, man. I mean, that's beyond, anything. It's beyond. It's just, that's insane. It's pure insanity. This was years ago in Texas. Oh, it was before he was governor of Florida. Oh, okay, yeah, well, yeah. Okay, it doesn't count. If you didn't have it on video and you can't prove it, it's just you and your nephew claiming that, and it's just your nephew claiming that. I mean, that's you saying that your nephew said it. So it's like, yeah, okay. I wish it was provable. That's all. I don't doubt you because Ron DeSantis is a giant human piece of garbage, but I just wish it was provable, No law regarding cannabis. Fuck Ron DeSantis. I hope he fucking goes away soon from the presidential race. Cheers. The less we see of him, the better off the whole world is. Yeah, because anecdotes have no validity when you don't have any proof, But I totally believe you because he is a human piece of garbage. And all of you cunts out there that support Ron DeSantis, you guys are a bunch of fucking pieces of human garbage as well. And I hope at least one Ron DeSantis supporter heard me say that. So that you can go cry. It's 10 degrees in Ohio. Holy moly. You were shocked to see some of the books that were removed, Bitter? I know, right? I mean, the dictionary? Wow, that's a way to ensure that kids can't learn how to spell words. I mean, are you that fucking butthurt over words, Republic cunts? And you pulling books off of shelves proves that you're all a bunch of dumb fucking cunts, and you want your children to be a bunch of dumb fucking ignorant cunts, just like you are a bunch of dumb fucking ignorant cunts. Leave the books on the shelves. Your kid doesn't have to grab that book. Let somebody else's kid be smarter than your kid, you dumb, stupid, fucking cunt. And that's what you deserve to be called. Anybody that supports Ron DeSantis is a dumb, stupid, fucking cunt. Even some of my best friends, they're dumb, stupid, fucking cunts. Some of my greatest friends that I grew up with and shared all my fucking whole growing ups with. Fucking like Ron DeSantis. They're delusional. Fucking delusional. Well, you know what? I'm more than happy to be the odd man out. I'm more than happy to be the only person in the world with the balls to say, fuck Ron DeSantis. He's a cunt. His wife's a cunt. They're all fucking cunts. And everyone who supports them are cunts. I'm not afraid to say that shit. Love to hear more from more people who agree with me on that. But, I'm not building an army, so I guess fuck it. Subterra Products, what's up? Hope you're not a Ron DeSantis supporter. Oopsie. I think we got to get fired up here with another dab. Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo. That's one of my favorite names for a city. Kalamazoo. It's funny. It's a funny name. It's like Hoboken. What are these funny names, man? Kalamazoo. These are the Native American names, I bet. Hoboken. 2 people watching. Wow, that's a to all my friends that are watching on Rumble and YouTube, that's a miracle over there on Instagram. There's actually 2 people that stayed to watch. It's amazing. Thank you for the both of you, Cannabis Joe, and I'm assuming it's Bubble. It's still watching. I figure Subterra Products probably just kept swiping. Yes, Ken Phillips, join me in smoking. Join me in. Feel free. Real feel in Pittsburgh is -5. Real feel. It feels like $41,000 Bitcoin. Channels all look good. Like, why would I fucking spend any time on LinkedIn if I'm not looking for a job, you know, or looking to hire somebody? What the fucking point is that? That's all that is hiring or being hired. Not for me. You know, you should broaden your fucking your platform. You know? I'm loving the weather today in Florida. Cold doesn't last long here, thankfully. Cannabis Joe. It's horrible what the teachers in Florida are having to deal with. Can't understand normal thinking. Huh. Whew, I think I got most of the rage out of me this morning. Feels good. Had a big, gorgeous 8 or a 10-point buck. Big one in the backyard this morning. I got him on video. Just like a 1-minute video. Beautiful. It was sort of walking towards me. Someone in the neighborhood says they think somebody might be hand feeding it. Because it does not seem to be scared of people at all. It'll walk right up to you. But I had the dog with me, so we kept our distance. He did move towards us, though. Cannabis Joe, you know Dave Campione? You want to see? Oh. Yeah, the video. Okay, it'll be uploaded in about a minute to my YouTube channel. Oh, is that your man? Really? Why isn't he on here? Hey, Dave Campione, why aren't you on Rumble? You keeping him out of trouble, Cannabis Joe, I hope? Direct message. I don't have any DMs. says 0 DMs. Oh, but now the processing is going to take 9 minutes. It's uploaded. I love when someone says check your DMs and they don't tell you which social media platform to check. Yeah, I'm on like 25 different social media platform channels. It would help if you would like tell me which platform and which channel. Instagram? Oh yeah, I got a message. Requests. There you are. Oh. Fucking A, dude. Fuck, dude. No law regarding cannabis. Gotta say it again, I guess. Even in states where it's legal, people are sitting in jail for it. Enjoying a cat's eye. Morning. Hey, Billy. Cat's eye. That's powerful. We have a 4-point and a 10-point with 5 doe running the city streets here. We're not allowed to feed them in PA. No, you're not allowed to feed them anywhere, man. Even in rural areas, they pass laws that say that. How's the uploadeth going? Upload. This video is ready to be watched. Okay, guys, here it is. Latest upload would show up. Where's my videos, dude? My videos. Your videos. God, they make this so hard now. It's like I love it when it says view on YouTube and it's like, you fucking idiots, just say view. I'm on YouTube. I'm literally on your service right now. You don't have to say on YouTube, shit lips in the re-engineer crew, you fucking morons. Let's put this on 1080p. All right. Look at this thing. The salmon dried up. I think it's a 10-point. Yeah, it's a 10-point buck, son. Yup. Wait. Nope, that may have been his ear I saw. It's definitely an 8. I don't know if there's a split on one of those. I don't think there is. I just have to check that. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 on a side. Yeah, yummy. Yummer. Dude, if you say that's a 6-pointer, you fucking can't count. Yeah, if you say that's a 6-pointer, you can't count. There it is, Billy. Come on, bro. Use your numbers. Count on your fingers. Count on your fingers if you have to. You know? 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 2 is 8. How are you getting 6? Only 3? Really? You don't see you don't see this spike right here? You don't see this spike right here? This one right here? Oh wait, it's not showing my mouse. You don't see that spike and that spike, bro? Come on, man. It's RT. It's 3 on its right. No, it's 4 on both horn, dude. It's literally 4 spikes. You can literally count the 4 spikes. As soon as he turns his head a little bit. There, you can see it jutting out. Yeah, totally see another spike back there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, Josh G. Wait, where's Deerslayer at? Well, we need Deerslayer here to judge whether that's a 6 or an 8. But you're crazy if you don't. You're fucking seriously crazy, bro, if you can't count spikes on a deer's head. You might need to get some better glasses. I don't know, bro. I'm zooming it in. Yeah, that's what I told you, bro. I used my mouse and I pointed with my mouse. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, you know, I am not gonna give on this one. This is an 8-point. I had a 10-point here 2 weeks ago. Your camera work is. Oh yeah, blame the camera when all the rest of us could see that what it was. Okay, it's my camera work. I mean, when I pause it, or you can literally see, I mean, there's definitely 4 on one side. You can see that, basically, and they're you know, that's always a mirror, for the most part, unless it breaks one. You only have to count one side. I'm just glad that you saw that, Billy. I was rooting for you. 2 videos that say Big Buck. That's weird. Oh, just watched. I see. Killing Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly killed Bill O'Reilly's books. I love it. Bill O'Reilly's support for fascism came back to bite him in his ashism. And you know what? That goes for all of you. If you're supporting Donald Trump, if you're supporting Ron DeSantis, if you're supporting any Republic cunt out there at all, you're supporting fascism, and you should stop. None of these cunts can speak out against Ron DeSantis or Donald Trump. And so when you're like, well, I'm going to vote for this Republican because they're more moderate or blah, blah, blah. No, fuck you. They're not speaking out against the evil that's in their party. Could be a 9-pointer if the cameraman was better. I could tell. Dude, next time I'm getting a tripod. Fuck you. That's so funny. The cameraman. I love that, bro. You're like, nope, 6. Fucking funny. Huge warning to all Bitcoin traders. 16 hours ago.
Welcome back to
it's a huge warning.
The clock is about to strike 1 a.m. Another late night for Crypto Kid.
The huge
it's
warning.
Been crazy, actually. I went to this incredible football award ceremony, and I was like 2 meters within the range of Ronaldo. And for those of you that know football and you know it, you can check out my Instagram at Crypto Kid to find out.
Nobody fucking cares.
What's also concerning is that
shut up.
is offloading more and more Bitcoin. And if we look at the top 10 known Bitcoin holders in the world, we know that Grayscale is number 2, right below Satoshi Nakamoto. So if more GBTC holders redeem their GBTC shares, this would mean that we may see more selling pressure from their side, and that's not going to impact the market.
Well, that is the most fucked up thing right there when you think about it. Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet has 1.1 million Bitcoins in it. And nobody knows who that is. It could be a group of people, and nobody knows, and nobody has access to the identification of who holds that wallet. But somewhere on the planet, could be a dead guy, there's someone that's got the keys to that fucking wallet with 1.1 million Bitcoins in it. I don't even know what that's worth. Dude, 1.1 million times 41 would be 41. Yeah, over $41 million of Bitcoin sitting in one wallet. Holy shit.
Very
it's
nice
crazy.
At all. So for all of that and much, much more, make sure to stick around until the end of today's video. Subscribe, leave a like, and turn on the notification bell to not miss out on any future updates. And if you are looking for a place to be trading Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, you can head over to
God,
today's...
fuck the goddamn advertisements. You fucking sellout bitch.
And then we'll move on to the macro.
Move on.
Bitcoin came down to this line, or this range of support, if I should say, and we saw a bounce. I was mentioning that it's possible that Bitcoin consolidates or sees a push to...
Tula, I'm sure that Billy can forgive you because, whatever you said, it didn't affect me. And I understand you trying to clear yourself as far as what he said about you and your, saying that he's not autistic. I seem to remember you saying that he wasn't myself. That's the way I perceived the chat on that day. But whatever you say, you said is what you said, and whatever you were responding to is what you're responding to. And I'm not judging you either way. I want you to know that based on that. So I just want you to know that.
Towards the upside, and we chose to see a pushback up. But as you can see, Bitcoin tested the support of this previous bearish pennant, which we broke down from, and this week tested it, and we're seeing a correction, or a small mini correction.
Bro, not only YouTubers, Billy, the fucking anchors that we see on television, they don't know how to dress themselves. I mean, I might be old. You might be old like me, bro. Maybe we're old men, and there's no country left for us, right? There's no country for old men. It makes total sense. I mean, there is no, bro. We're completely confused about what the fuck we're witnessing. Yesterday, I wanted to get out my camera, and I said to my mom, "What a clown show." And she goes, "What?" I go, "It's like the 3 worst suits. What is this, the 3 worst suits in the world pageant?" You had Hoda on the right wearing black leather. She looks like an idiot, and she's too old to wear black leather. Old people shouldn't wear black leather. That's for Arthur Fonzarelli only. No one else should be wearing black leather. Okay? That's it. Fuck off. Unless you're filming some kind of a weird fucking movie. You shouldn't be sitting there in an anchor fucking wearing a black leather jacket. You look like an idiot. And then the woman in the middle, I don't know her name. She's very sweet, but I don't know her name. I like her better than Hoda. On the Today Show, she's wearing like shiny fuchsia. I don't know. I don't even know what color it was. I can't remember. It fuzzed out my brain. And then douchebag on the left, the other anchor dude, he's wearing a plaid fucking jacket. A plaid jacket. Like a clown. Like a clown. Who does that? And goes in and it takes a professional job. And then you got douchebag, little man, the guy lost all the weight, Al Roker. He always dresses like a fucking clown. With the clown glasses, he thinks he's Elton John. I fucking can't stand the Today Show, bro. Oh, my mom's going to be coming home soon. I don't want her to hear me yelling about the Today Show. I can wake up every morning and that goddamn Today Show's on. You have no idea how much I fucking hate it. They're brainwashing my mom. They only let her see what they want her to see. She doesn't hear any of the fucking news, not the real shit. And she refuses to listen to it from me. Hi, Mom. Welcome home. She's so funny. I had a feeling she was coming home. She just walked in the door. Isn't that weird? I'm going to go help her with the groceries. I'll be right back. What's wrong with plaid? It's a jacket. It's a jacket. It's a plaid jacket. That's what clowns wear. That's what's wrong with it. You'll never see me wearing a plaid jacket unless I'm going on stage doing stand-up. You know, trying to look funny. Not an anchor that's telling you about, you know, people who are getting killed on the other side of the planet. Fucking disrespectful piece of shit. Laying waste to the false narratives out there, bro. Where are we at? What's wrong with plaid? Yeah, plaid doesn't belong for an anchor on an anchor that's telling me that people are dying somewhere or trying to give me some serious news somewhere. That's the wrong place to wear a plaid fucking coat. It's like wearing a plaid coat to a funeral. Are you fucking kidding me? And it just looked dumb too, because it wasn't that it was just a plaid coat. It was that it was an ugly color and it looked stupid. And he was sitting next to two dumb fucking cunts that looked just as stupid as him. And it was a literal clown show on television. I was like, what is this, the clown pageant? Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Clown College suggested that clowns wear plaid jackets when we were allowed to make fun of the Polish facts. That's funny. That's funny. I like those clowns, Bitter. See, that's how you interact with the podcaster, everybody. It's called interacting. It's good. It's good.
On the 1 hourly time frames, if I zoom in a little bit more, and that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign because it's indicating weakness, and this pump may not sustain much longer. Even if it does, it's not going to go too much higher from my personal TA standpoint. Of course, nothing.
He looks like a DJ at a fucking club, dude. He looks like he should be like this. Call me, yeah, that's right. He looks totally like a DJ. Purple jacket, fucking weird mussy bangs and shit. I don't know, it just totally strikes me as a DJ.
Financial advice whatsoever, just my personal TA
and the scruff.
Always make sure to do your own research before trading or investing. Super important to come to your own conclusions. It makes you develop as a trader, but of course it's super important to also look into what other
I love that he knows how to say important now.
Technical analysts are looking in the markets and then take their ideas and insights and then smash them in. And,
whoa, what's he got there? She got a head and shoulders pattern identified on screen.
The weekly time frame, the reason why I don't think this pump may sustain too much further in the short term is that Bitcoin had a massive shooting star candle in the 2-week and weekly time frames, indicating a huge exhaustion in buyers. We're having a 3 and 7
Tiger King's son,
crossover.
Sean Exotic.
We got into that in way
I'm exotic. I'm Joe Exotic.
Top right-hand section. Check it out. It talks about the Consensio trading system that has been super accurate, predicting the tops and bottoms for Bitcoin in the past cycles. And if you watch that, you can learn it. So definitely go ahead and check it out. And what's more concerning is that we've been talking about this in the previous weeks for Bitcoin. Apologies, I feel like I'm getting sick, so that's why my throat is.
Okay, you're getting sick because you've got COVID and you run around the world and you don't wear a mask and you don't social distance and you don't lock down. And we're having a COVID going rampant right now, and that's why you're sick. And you're probably going to be sick for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you might even get long COVID and have some horrible medical condition that lasts you the rest of your life. That's why you're sick, buddy. Okay, so wear a mask.
Trying to get a little sore, so
you're gonna go running around the planet like that.
It's not the best today, but in the top of the 2017-2018 bull market, we had it following
the handkerchief is sewn in
CME Bitcoin futures launch. that was the first ever financial instrument which enabled Bitcoin institutional investors to get exposure into Bitcoin. And following up to it, we rised by 220%, and then of course dumped back down to $3,000 from $20,000. And we can see here that on this month's candle, so far it's the local top of the spot ETF launch, again giving a lot more exposure to institutional investors. And what we can see here,
okay, he's on the lifetime
shooting
chart
star
right
candle.
now.
Now, ending off this month, we may confirm the shooting star candle, and going into February, we may see Bitcoin drop between the 31 and 38K region, and between that region, I am consistently buying Bitcoin. 31K, 34K. 34K is like my dead on. That would be the perfect level. The 30 period moving average is lining up to that point. We have the
Dude, he's like 34K. He just said 31K. Bro, wouldn't you rather buy your Bitcoin at 31K? Wouldn't that be the perfect level? I mean, or wouldn't it be better to buy a whole Bitcoin at 17,000 like Daddy did? Come on, little crypto kid. Come on.
MRI support lining up to it, and we have 5 billion in liquidity too. So 34K would just be awesome. And if we drop to that level, coming up to the final months to the halving, I think Bitcoin may start seeing continuation to its
not halving
uptrend. But
where does he get that from?
Breaking news, because that pretty much covers my take on Bitcoin. We can see here that Grayscale has been dumping astronomical amounts, and they're the second
listen to more.
known top Bitcoin
It's a
holders
spray
in the
tan?
world. And if the sellers of GBTC continue to rise, because 1.5% fees for a Bitcoin ETF is huge.
It looks
it's the
real.
highest number in the
Dude,
holding 9 ETFs.
so
and
funny.
That's why people...
Donald Trump has switched from orange to full-on metallic bronze now. And it makes him look like a statue, like a really creepy, scary living statue that shouldn't be alive, that hopefully dies at the end of the movie. It is so bad. This new bronze, and let me tell you, it does look better than the orange. It totally looks better than the orange, but in its own right, it reminds me of the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, because it's shiny. And and that's his new thing, man. And everyone is going to be talking about bronze Trump. You'll see. No one's even mentioned it yet. But I see it because I keep shit real. And I can see the man's face has gone from orange to bronze. What I don't understand is, where's the whole media on this? Where are the podcasters talking about his new bronze color, his new look? I don't understand why no one else can see reality. It's almost like everyone else is watching black and white TV, and I got a color set, and I'm the only one with a fucking color set. That's why I can see the truth and I can call out all the bullshit, and no one else can do it. Everyone sticks to their stupid narrative. You know, fuck your narratives, man. You guys are fucking idiots with your narratives. All the Jimmy Dores of the world need to just sit the fuck down. Most likely tie-dye. You know what's super crazy? The Supreme Court ruled news is classified as entertainment, and as such, not held to being truthful, and somehow refuse to accept that and scream at news actors. Right? Right. I did forget that. Or I didn't accept it because I guess I didn't know. News was classified as entertainment. Let me find that one. The Supreme Court, SCOTUS, rule news is entertainment. How did I not know about this? News about SCOTUS rule, news is entertainment. 1 day ago. What the Supreme Court will do with a New York Times AI case and what it means to media and entertainment. Social media censorship. Showdown over social media censorship. Supreme Court versus social media. It's January 6th rider. Supreme Court ruled on Thursday that the Federal Communication could relax rules on media ownership. That's for 2021. Nothing about the news being entertainment. So, John Doe, did you literally just come in here and make some shit up and think I wasn't going to fact check you? You just made some shit up to try to make me look bad. And you thought I was just going to sit here and take it. But I Googled it, and there's literally nothing on SCOTUS reclassifying news as entertainment. So maybe you can come up with the link and set me straight. Can you do that, John Doe? Watcher of the show? And by the way, the Today Show is an entertainment show. And they dress like clowns because they are a bunch of fucking clowns. They're not a serious news program. It's the Today Show. It's not called Your News Today or Newsworthy News of the Day. It's called The Today Show to take you out of all the bullshit. It is an entertainment program. It's always been an entertainment program. Oh, great. I'll give you as much time as you want, man. Come on back and show me the Supreme Court ruling that ruled that news is entertainment and not subject to, being truthful. I can't wait to see that. News is entertainment, not... They can do and say whatever they want, just like a fucking clown show can. Give me that clown show legislation. That would, if what you say is true, John, it would explain a lot about what I see today. With CNN not being factual, with Fox News not being factual, with OAN not being factual, with Newsmax not being factual, with MSNBC not being factual, with ABC, NBC, CBS all not being factual, all giving one side's, their side of the narrative, always, all of them. And then it boils right on down to the podcasting community. What a bunch of cucks. Yeah, I'll wait for you, John. I'm looking forward to that. And while you're at it, John, why don't you tell me where you heard that? Let me know where you heard it. This super crazy thing, it is super crazy, mind you, that the Supreme Court ruled news is classified as entertainment and as such not held to being truthful. So let me know where you heard that, because certainly you must remember where you heard it, right? Because that's a lot of text you seem to have at your disposal. And as such, not held to being truthful. So I could just start up a news agency, start broadcasting, and say that, the world's on fire. The Nazis are taking over. The aliens have landed. There's a giant virus sweeping the country. You all better stay in here. I can say whatever I want, right? According to you on the news. It's an interesting ruling by the Supreme Court of the United States. And I think that would be negligent on their part. And I don't think that too many people would put up with that. Because that's dangerous. You go to news because you want to try to get information that could literally save you or your family's lives. There's an earthquake. There's a flood coming. There's a tsunami. There's a storm coming. There's a hurricane coming. No, we can lie about all of that. In fact, we're not even going to tell you that there's a hurricane coming. We're just going to let all the people get wiped out. Why? Because we're just entertainment, and the Supreme Court said so in a ruling, according to John Doe. He's still vigorously searching the internet for something that probably doesn't even exist. John Doe, tell me where you heard it, bro. Tell me who told you this. I want to know where your source of this information was. I just can't wait to find out. I just can't wait to find out. Let me know where you heard it. If you don't have to find it, just tell me where you heard it. I'm sure you can remember that, right? Usually remember where you hear shit from. Let's do 50-30. 50-30. 50-30. 5030 entree. Still nothing back from John Doe. I'm waiting, buddy. I'm waiting. It would just seem like too convenient of a little fact you threw out there to try to shut my narrative down. Right? I'd like to put that what you said on screen. Let's find our chat. Great. Here it is. You know what's super crazy? The Supreme Court ruled news is classified as entertainment and such, and as such not held to being truthful, and somehow we refuse to accept that and scream at news actors. Like I'm screaming at news actors, buddy? Was I screaming at news actors? Huh. Where'd you go, John Doe? Where'd you go, buddy? Come on back with your links and your source and all your information that you had. Mr. Anonymous person. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. How did I wait that long? That can't be. So buttery. I'll be right back. John Doe, I want to see those links, buddy. SCOTUS decision should be easy to find. Easy. I just can't wait to read this Supreme Court decision. I'm sure John has produced it for me, right? Right, John? Right, John? You got nothing, huh? You still Googling? You Googling, buddy? Why don't you just come back and apologize to me? And why don't you tell me where you heard this stupidity at? And you can stop watching these morons that lied to you and made you a fucking liar. You know, you watching some red pill, dude? You watching some red pillar? You watching some Republicans, you know? You watching some fucking independents that lean right? People that just make shit up and then send you off on a little tangent? I got silence from you. You said give you a minute. I gave you more than a minute. All you had to do was tell me where you heard it. Hey, Raymond Holgarth. Hello, Raymond. My friend Raymond, let's get back over to the IG. That's big, how cute. Oh, can I feed it? I don't think you can feed the buck. Malin for you, 16, hello. Ben Chort, hello, my cousin Ben. Hello. You can say hello to me, brother, if you want to. His name is my name, too. Hey, we can do that. And you can do that too. Anyway, let me get back. Hey, John Lawler, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, my own cousin won't even watch my show. He just swipes right on by. That one was like, he's like, when he sees me, he's like, wow. I don't want to hurt your ears with my loud screams and my rage. That's why we close me off in this room out here and seal all the doors. Oh, why haven't we seen a bear? We haven't seen a bear in forever. Looking for a bear. Freaking one person watching from IG. Why do I bother? I don't even know when the IG ends. I think it only goes an hour and then it stops. But I can't tell. I mean, if I look at this thing, it'll tell me it's still going, right? Streaming. Okay, yeah, it'll say streaming. Okay, so we're all good here. I guess we can listen to a little bit more about what's going on over here.
Are selling, and it appears that they are recycling into the other spot ETFs like IBIT and FBTC, and this data is reflected by how much Bitcoin they're also accumulating. We can see the total assets in the we can see that there's 26 billion including GBTC, but excluding it's 3 billion. They are kind of picking up. Right, they're also trying to accumulate, but the GBTC outflows we can see on day 5 is now in a net negative, and that's not a good sign whatsoever. The only thing saving us is that this data from iShares Fidelity is delayed by 2 days because the traditional system is somehow it's still reliant on T+2, meaning that all the transactions
What's
will
up, Papa
basically
Nil?
be registered after 2 days. However,
on
on
IG.
GBTC side, because it's on-chain data, it's pretty much instant. And that's the clash that we have between the two different data sets, between crypto and trade.
I like the way he says data.
So that's why we can't
so
give
deliberate.
Like a full definitive
so
answer of
deliberate.
How much BlackRock
data.
and the other guys are accumulating. Maybe
hey, I gotta get that data.
Like $500 today. And if that's the case,
who talks like
well,
that?
Of course,
Data.
The outflow is in positive instead of the negative. But given what we have right now, it shows not a great sum, and that's why
my job leads today are cool.
But
real
to
buds,
all of those that
golden
are
buds,
concerned
and
about the ETFs,
Eden's
including
greenery.
at this point in time, James Seyfarth posted this tweet for us. So he says that here's a chart for the asset growth for the most.
His name is
successful
James
new
Seyfarth.
ETF category.
That's his name, Seyfarth. Okay, I'll say it.
Assets under management, aka
Seyfarth.
defined
Fart.
outcome ETF assets. And for those thinking that the Bitcoin ETF launches were a flop, which I don't think, but you know, I'm not used to ETFs. I'm not from a TradeFi background, and a lot of us aren't. And that's why these two guys, you know, Eric and James, they've been kind of guiding us through, and that's how they rose to fame. And what James is saying now is to relax, because give it time. Healthy ETF growth looks like this. And you know what? I agree with it, because people overestimate what can be done in the short term and underestimate what can be achieved in the macro. And it's just going to take time for the ETFs to continue getting traction, and the total assets that IBIT, or even BlackRock, whatever you want to call it, Fidelity, the assets they hold will keep growing as demand for Bitcoin increases. After the halving, what's going to happen is that the daily amount of Bitcoin available on the market, which is currently 900 Bitcoins, that's going to fall to 450. And with the new institutional demand, with the already existing demand that we're having, people coming back into crypto, the social risk reducing, the supply is just not going to be enough. And based off of fundamental economics, if supply drops, demand increases, well, then price goes up too. What's also more bullish is that Bitcoin, according to this article by The Block, we have surpassed silver ETFs with assets under management. So we are in third place, just basically almost behind gold with assets under management for ETFs. Now I was going to share.
John K. Lawler, what other platforms are you talking live to right now? I'm broadcasting to 6 YouTube channels. All of them are called Nay's Garden. 6 Facebook channels, give or take. I think I've got more YouTubes than Facebooks, or more Facebooks than YouTubes. They're all under my real name, Ben Shader, on Facebook. But I recommend you watch on rumble.com/user/Nay's Garden. I'm broadcasting to Rumble. I'm broadcasting to Odyssey. I'm broadcasting to Twitch. I'm broadcasting to Twitter. I believe the channel I'm broadcasting to on Twitter is Truthier News, maybe? Maybe? Not sure. Not sure which one I'm broadcasting to. I think it's the Truthier. So you just look up Truthier News on Twitter. Why John K. Lawler? What's your preferred platform for viewing? I prefer Rumble for my audience because it's the only one that really gives me free speech, and it's the only place I really find myself broadcasting to eventually. Like, I'll be kicked off all the other ones. Like, YouTube's going to erase all my shit. Facebook's going to erase all my shit. You know, their AI spiders will find everything that I ever said and say, this guy's got to go, and they'll just remove everything. It's only going to get worse. You know, and they're going to be using AI to do it. It's going to happen fast. And before you know it, 90% of us are going to be banned from social media, but we'll all be more than welcome on Rumble. Okay, John K. Lawler gave me a thumbs up. Let's keep going and do it. You want to You want to You want to
tweet, but I think I lost it. And what that was showing is the total amount of ETFs reaching 1 billion under assets under management within how many days that they've reached it. BITO is number one. BITO is the ProShare Strategy ETF, and that reached it in 2 days, 1 billion. Then it was GLD, then it was something else, and then 4 and 5 were IBIT and FBTC. And these are all incredibly bullish factors. I mean, we're trading in terms of volume, we're killing it. We're amongst the QQQ and the VU, which they both are traditionally two of the most traded.
Rumble's the safest. Yeah, come to Rumble, bro. Rumble.com/user/Nay's Garden.
And people are just skipping this, right? We shouldn't skip these facts. And Bitcoin in the macro is going to be super nice, even though if we do have some sort of a correction towards the 34K level, well then so be it. It's just going to give us an opportunity to be buying Bitcoin at cheaper levels before the halving.
Yes.
Now to end off with two different things. Firstly, Jim Cramer, he said that nasty beginning to the Bitcoin sell-off. Someone's probably going to try to make a stand here, but as we said last night, you can't have an asset double in value by hundreds of billions of dollars in anticipation of an ETF and then almost no one shows up. Look, I don't want to give this guy credit, but ETF launches are just majorly based on speculation. If the price rises based off of the news.
Bro, you're not giving Jim Cramer credit. Trust me. And I'll tell you why. Jim Cramer is the biggest joke on the planet. There's no one who's watching you right now that's listening to anything that Jim Cramer says that will be taking him seriously, because everything he's ever said has turned out to be the exact opposite. And everyone knows that about him. So don't worry, bro. You can talk about him all you want. It's cool. Everybody already knows that guy.
It is speculation. It's not necessarily... It is bringing volume if the flows are positive, but now that we've switched into negative, that's why I'm kind of giving some reasoning to Jim Cramer, which I never thought I would do. But that's why I could just stick to the long-term
it's okay, little bro. Broken clock is always right twice a day, man. Jim Cramer, he's always putting shit out there. He's bound to hit on something. And you can find that one thing that he got right. And it's okay. It's okay. He's a broken fucking clock. I wouldn't watch him. I wouldn't depend on him for the rest of the day.
Kind of accumulating more Bitcoin and
timing is everything, folks.
Everything should be fine.
430.
Once every 1,000
430.
years, we'll give it to him.
430.
And finally, the update based on the Coinbase SEC
and 30 seconds in, we'll be doing a dab.
And he's posted what his friend Elliot, his colleague Elliot in Bloomberg, has.
John Doe says, okay, let's start at the beginning. We don't need to start at the beginning, John Doe. Just give me a link to the Supreme Court decision. We don't have to start at the beginning. You said the Supreme Court decided that news is entertainment. I just want to see that Supreme Court decision so I can read it. Type in FCC homepage, FCC and speech. What, dude? Just give me a link to the Supreme Court decision. Am I really asking that much? You guys, am I asking this guy too much? I asked you for the source. You won't tell me where you heard this. You won't give me a link to what you're claiming the Supreme Court says. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Dude, I don't care what the FCC regulates. You said the Supreme Court decided. I want the decision. And I want you to tell me where you heard that. I'm only asking you two things. My question to you now is, why won't you answer my two questions? I mean, if you don't remember where you heard this information, you could simply say, okay, to one of your questions, I don't remember where I heard it. But you haven't said that. You're just not telling me where you heard it. Billy, it's a great quote. I love when Billy quotes himself. Everybody, Billy just quoted himself, and it's beautiful. Check this out. When people know they have been caught in bullshit, let me make this a little. In bullshit, a good thing to do is say, let's start over, so you can refine your bullshit. You refine your lie. Billy Valentine. Bro, I remember when Fox News reclassified as an entertainment channel. You're telling me the Supreme Court said that news is entertainment. That's what you said. It sounds like a weird decision. I want to see it. I want to know where you heard it. I'm not talking shit about you, bro. I haven't said anything bad about you. All I'm saying is, show me the answer to these two questions. What shit did I talk about you? Besides the fact that you're anonymous, John Doe. You know, who are you? Is that your real name, John Doe? Why are you scared to fucking be yourself on the internet? I'm not talking shit about you. You come to my show all the time with your little Anano name. You know? I've never blocked you. Have I? Why don't you tell everybody how long you've been coming to this show for?
Said, and Elliot looks like he's predicted some pretty cool stuff very accurately, and he's saying that there's a 70% chance that Coinbase is going to win. If that happens, the altcoins will have
70%.
Massive rally. Like,
dude, that is so somebody talking out of their ass. Well, there's a 70% chance that this court case is going to go this way. Where did you get your fucking percentages from? Especially a court case that's like all new shit, all new territory. It's not like there's 100 court cases like this that have already happened.
A huge rally. For those of you that don't know
70%.
what this case is about, it's about the just a couple of months ago we had like 13 tokens that Coinbase has, and the SEC said that they were basically securities, unregistered securities. But if the
my
judge
colleague
says that,
Elliot,
no,
hey, you know,
rule these things as securities.
I always trust colleagues named Elliot because they just sound so smart because they have such a smart sounding name. My colleague Elliot, whose last name I will forego. Oh, is that your colleague Elliot? Really? Yeah, it sounds believable. He says they have a 70% chance of winning this case.
Since it's a completely new asset class, our traditional systems of measuring what a security is and how it's determined.
Hey, honey, let's start over.
If those are no longer relevant in this modern world, and we need to kind of implement a new Howey test or whatever,
James
then
Safart,
we may see a very interesting turn of events where altcoins suddenly see a huge spike. And some of the altcoins that were included in that list include Matic, Solana, I believe is in there. In the next video, I'll share it with you. And we can maybe diversify some of our portfolio into it.
Travis T. Miller.
70% chance actually ends up being
Seymour
correct.
Cannabis.
Ladies and gents, that summarizes
Kramer's
today's video.
a clown.
I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you did,
Rumble's
smash up a like button, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the notification bell. But guys, I'm CryptoKid. Thank you so much for watching.
I'm going to tell him to get a COVID test. Tell him to get a COVID test. Get a COVID test, man. Cable companies claim adding a cancel button to website would cost $100 million.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. On this channel, I very often talk about right to repair. The fundamental concept behind right to repair is that when you purchase something, you own it and you should be able to maintain your own personal property. The manufacturer should not go out of their way to keep you from being able to fix your own personal property. I think that's a form of disrespect that the manufacturer is showing the consumer. And in many ways, subscriptions show a similar disrespect. Not the same disrespect, but a similar one when they don't allow you to cancel. I personally don't like subscriptions very much. I don't like the idea of having to pay every single month for something that used to be something that I bought from a one-time purchase. For instance, like I would not want to subscribe to this camera. I purchased this lens once. Sony does not have...
You know, I just love this about him. When he picks up objects, or like he's in front of a microphone, you can tell how small he is because you know how big that microphone is. You know, it's not a very big microphone, but on him, it looks like a giant microphone is in front of his head, blocking a third of his body. You know, he pulls up a camera and it looks like a full-on camera for that they use in a television studio. You know, it's just like a 35 millimeter camera. Look how big that camera looks in his hands. So, I love that shit.
Upkeep cost associated with me using this lens, therefore it should be a one-time purchase. But I understand that there are things like gym memberships.
Do a pencil next, bro. Do a pencil next. Pick up a pencil. Pick up a cell phone.
Systems. They cannot
please
have me pay one time for electricity and then be done. There has to be a subscription, and I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is when companies that have subscription.
You said defamation's the only thing you can sue a news agency for. You would have to prove it harmed you. Have I ever been arrested? Yes. John Doe. Hello. Hello, John. I'm here. You know, you've been putting me on hold for a long time. So don't act like, hello, I'm not here answering you. You know? You have yet to provide the Supreme Court ruling that news is now classified as entertainment. We're still waiting on that one, bro. You know, and you never even told me where you heard it. You didn't tell me the source. And I said, if you don't remember where you heard it, that would be cool. You said you heard it back in 2012 when Fox changed to an entertainment station. Great. Well, there should be, what, some 2010 Supreme Court ruling that you can look up about news being reclassified as entertainment? Or maybe you're just thinking of Fox News reclassifying themselves from a news station to an entertainment channel. Maybe that's what you're thinking. And you think, you know, at that time or whatever, maybe you just thought Fox News was all that. Just as powerful as the Supreme Court. Huh. We might have actually just hit on what's going on with you, John. There's no Supreme Court decision, is there? There never was. Hello. That's why I love the camera. It makes me look 6 feet. I'm not. Yeah, bro, if you put the camera... Man. When I was in Cannabis Chat, I used to smoke with these two brothers. And they would both cam up. And sometimes you'd see the other one walk behind one of them. The other one, while they were on cam, right? And the one guy's camera was always like this. His camera was always like this. And his brother's camera was always like this. And I never thought anything of it. I figured one of them was on a laptop, one of them was on a PC. They just had their cameras in different positions or whatever. And then I met them in person. And I swear, bro, it was the funniest realization to find out that the guy who had the camera pointed up at him the whole time was this little tiny guy who looked like a giant on the camera, bro. And he just knew, I think he just knew that that angle made him look big. And it did. It worked. I didn't know. And then I met him in person. I was like, whoa, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'm right here, John. Why are you saying, are you there, bro? I'm right here, John Doe. I'm right here, anonymous person. I've addressed you several times. Maybe you should fast forward the video up to catch up with me. I don't know what to tell you.
broken models show a similar disrespect to the consumer that many modern manufacturers do in not allowing them to cancel. And this is not something I even recognized as a thing until about a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, I wanted to cancel a gym membership that I had, and I logged onto their website assuming that it was going to be nice and easy to cancel.
Right.
It took me 30
He's told this story before. It's very interesting how he talks about cancellations.
seconds to sign up on your website. Surely it'll take me 30 seconds to cancel. Oh, Lewis. Oh, Lewis. Anyway, I log onto the website, no way to cancel. I call them up, and I figure out that if I want to cancel, I have to send them proof that I no longer live in the area, but more importantly, I have to certified mail it. I cannot mail it. I have to certified mail it. This is a fuck you to the customer, and it's also a way to try to collect more money. Why is that the case? 99% of the world does not have a $400 label printer made by Zebra in their office with a subscription to Stamps or Indicia. They can't print certified mail from their home. If you want to do certified mail, they're going to have to spend 15 minutes driving to a post office, 15 minutes a line, and 15 minutes driving back. What that means is that they have to waste 45 minutes of their life to cancel a gym membership because they went out of their way to require that you cancel in the most difficult way possible.
Right.
And there is only one reason to make it that difficult to cancel a gym membership. Because if it's that difficult to do it, you probably won't do it. On average, the people canceling gym memberships are the people that didn't have it in them to go to the gym. On average, the people that didn't have it in them to go to the gym after signing up may also be the type of people that don't have it in them to waste
Are you there,
45 minutes
John?
of their life to cancel. It's just one of these things. It's like a pattern recognition thing. Like, the person who is likely to do this is not likely to do that. The person who is not likely to do that is not likely to do that.
Fast forward
They
the
know
video,
this.
John.
They know that if they make it very difficult for people who wish to
Get
cancel
in real
a service
time
they're
with
not
us.
using to cancel, that you're likely to just keep getting billed month after month after month. There is more money to be
Stupicles,
had as a business making it
stupicles.
difficult
Yo,
to cancel
cheers,
than
Randy.
it is making it easy to cancel. Why we want to make it easy for you to stop giving us money, and particularly why we want you to stop giving us money if you're not even using our services. That's the best type of customer to have. The best type of customer to have is a customer that keeps paying you when they're not actually using your service. And this is something that many people have started to fight back against. I pointed it out in this video. I also pointed out in this video, LA Fitness is another gym that takes part in this cancellation scam. And that, let's call it what it is, a scam. And many people have decided to push back against this. The FTC has also decided to push back against this. Lena Khan has done some interesting stuff while at the FTC. And cable companies have been saying, I'm not kidding, customers may misunderstand the consequences of canceling, the cable lobby says. This is reported by Ars Technica. Lobbyists for cable companies and advertisers yesterday expressed their displeasure with the proposed click-to-cancel regulation that aims to make it easier for customers to cancel services.
John Doe, it's okay that you got confused over Fox News changing their status from a news station to an entertainment channel. I remember when they did that. They were in a lot of trouble. And it wasn't 2012. It was more recently, and it was because they had said some things about voting and about certain voting machines in certain companies, and they had been involved in a huge lawsuit. So, I mean, if you want to go back to 2012, I guess it's possible that it was back then, but I seem to remember it being more about Dominion, why that status changed. And that didn't have anything to do with the Supreme Court. And all I'm saying, John, is it's okay if you got confused about that. It kind of shows, you know, your allegiance to Fox News a little bit. Now go to the First Amendment and read what it says about governing media. I'm not talking about the First Amendment, bro. You said the Supreme Court did a ruling. You were so sure of that. I Googled it, nothing came up. I still have the Google search up on my screen, bro. Nothing came up. I scrolled through the whole page. There's nothing about Supreme Court deeming news entertainment. You're so pathetic, bro. Why don't you just say you were wrong about the Supreme Court decision? Why can't you just admit you're wrong, dude? Why is that so hard for you? It's okay to be wrong, bro. If I'm wrong about this, I'll be like, that, you got me, I was wrong. Because I don't fucking know. All I know is what I can research, man. And if I'm wrong, that's what makes me great, bro. That's what makes me a great person. Is when I'm wrong, I'm going to admit it. When you're wrong, you should admit it. You haven't been able to find this. You're not telling me what your source was. You're claiming you remember it from 2012 when Fox News changed their status. I don't think that was 2012. And you know what? Maybe we'll Google that. Let's Google that. Let's just find out. Year I gotta turn these lights off so I can see myself typing. Year Fox News changed from news to entertainment channel. Okay, fact check. False. Hold on. Did Fox... This is on Snopes. I know a lot of people have a problem with this, but... Did Fox News change its accreditation from news to entertainment? There's a lot to unfold in this meme, including the fact that Fox News, CNN, and MSN are not accredited news stations to begin with. Fox News changed its accreditation from news to entertainment. In 2013, so you were close. You were close. You said 2012. I'll give you that. An entertainment website published a fictitious article that claimed Fox News had been reclassified as satire by the Federal Communications Commission, and that the network would start displaying a disclaimer reading, "This is not a valid news source." That's funny. While that fictitious article was clearly not genuine news, the general idea that Fox News was not an accredited news station has often been repeated. In January 2019, isn't this funny? We had our dates right. We were notified about a meme claiming that Fox News changed its accreditation from news to entertainment and that it had no legal obligation to report the facts. Fox News, okay, this may not make you happy. Fox News, this is the meme I'm reading. Fox News is not an accredited news station. They have changed their accreditation to entertainment. They legally don't have to provide any facts in their reporting. Fox News is the same category as Saturday Night Live, Laugh-In, and Swamp People. You don't have to believe me. Look it up for yourself. That's a very powerful meme, and I probably saw that and believed it. Like you did. Right? That's okay. We both got fooled. We're both wrong. I'll be the first to admit. It's New York Times versus Sullivan. Supreme Court. All right. I'll check that one out. Hold on. Fox News is not an accredited news station. So they've changed. This may not make. Okay, that's the. Okay, well, an accredited news station may sound official. No regulatory body even exists that would accredit Fox News as news station. In addition, the spokesman for Fox News said the meme's claims were false. Among other issues, the meme is a bit nonsensical because it conflates over-the-air broadcasting, cable broadcast, as well as Fox Broadcasting Company and Fox News Channel. The Fox Broadcasting Company is an over-the-air television network licensed by the FCC. This is a station where you find programs such as The Simpsons. Fox News Network is a cable news channel. The latter is where you find programs such as Fox and Friends and Hannity, while the FCC licenses and regulates the over-air broadcast. It has no authority over cable news channels. A spokesperson for the FCC told us that we do not have any rules or licensing requirements in which a cable channel might categorize itself as news versus entertainment. This is very interesting. John Bergmayer, senior counsel at Public Knowledge and Intellectual Property Group based in Washington, D.C., talked to New York Daily News in 2017 after the FCC received hundreds of complaints about another cable news channel, CNN. Bergmayer complained that because cable news channels are run by private providers, the FCC has no authority to control the programming. Then it goes on to say the FCC regulates broadcast networks since the airwaves are free and public, but cable channels which rely on subscribers, viewers, and advertisers are beyond government control. Since cable runs through private providers, the FCC plays no role in issuing or revoking licenses and has no say on what the channels can air. Wow. So there's no regulation over anything that you guys watch. Anything that we see. It seems anywhere. So it's a completely free speech, unchecked, unpunished platform. And that seems to apply to everything. Which, I didn't know that. I figured the news was regulated to give you the news. But no, like I was joking around earlier and saying, if I want to have a news station and give you fake news the whole time and put people's lives in danger and claim that, that there's a fucking fire or a hurricane or an earthquake or some natural emergency and send people scattering all over the place, well, I guess that's fine. There's no regulation. All right, well then I was wrong, John. I was wrong, and I don't mind admitting that because I don't fucking know. I figured that shit was regulated. It's not. It's not regulated. This is according to Snopes. The FCC does have regulations regarding the distribution of false information. Oh, wait. This right here. So, wait. The FCC does have... Let me put this on the fucking screen, man. So check this out. Watch this shit. Dude, really? No. Why are you doing this? Here we go. Okay, here we are. Look at this. The FCC does have regulations regarding the distribution of false information. But again, this only applies to over-the-air programs on networks such as ABC, CBS, NBC, or Fox Broadcasting, but not the Fox News Channel. So Fox News Channel is not covered under that, but everyone else is for the most part that's over the air. And that would also include CNN is not covered because it's the CNN News Channel. It's not over the air. CNN's not over the air, right? It's fucking cable, just like Fox News. Furthermore, the offense would have to be pretty egregious and well documented in order for the FCC to step in. Okay, but still, you know, you can't scream a fire in a crowded fucking theater. So it is regulated. Interesting. Well, now, John, you can see lying is regulated by certain channels. You know, Fox News can do and say whatever they want. CNN can do and say whatever they want. They're cable news. They can do whatever. They're not regulated. But the ones that are broadcast over the FCC waves, those are regulated, and they cannot just say crazy shit. They're held to a higher standard. So, you know, when you're watching Fox News, you could have a reputable anchor who's running a show that's giving you pretty good information. You know, and at the same time, it doesn't matter. You could have the five sitting there just spouting off fucking, you know, nonsense bullshit. And completely subverting the truth, you know, about just things that get people killed, like the science behind vaccines and masks and shit like that. You know, trying to shun people that they, you know, that they feel like are grooming kids, you know, and shit like that. There's so much Fox News is guilty of. Well, you're right. When it comes down to that, you know, you can't do that. You can't defame someone. Of course. But, okay, you told me about the Supreme Court decision. Let me see it. New York Times versus Sullivan. All right, let me see. Let me see what that is. $1964. What, dude? 1964. What's that? Defamation. It restricts the ability of public officials to sue for defamation. Right, because they're a public figure. Right. I'm going to make this big, bro, so everybody can see this. You tried to put this up like you didn't think I was going to look it up. It's not even, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's not the Supreme Court decision that says that fucking news is entertainment. You're so full of shit. It's got nothing to do with what we're talking about, though. It's got nothing. This Supreme Court decision that you just showed me has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. You can't just do that. You know, you can't just think you're going to fool me with some bullshit, bro. Because I'm going to look it up, man. Because I'm not a smart guy. I have to look shit up so I can know what's up, so I can find the truth. So, okay, I looked up your fucking court case. I looked up your Supreme Court case that was supposedly about the Supreme Court deciding that news is entertainment. That's what you said. I look up the Supreme Court that you put in my chat, the Supreme Court case that I guess you didn't bother to look up, and it's from 1964, and it's about defamation of character. It's a freedom of speech case about defamation of character. It restricts public officials from suing for defamation, which I'm aware of. I always say that shit about Hillary Clinton. I say that fucking dumb cunt, she's a public figure. Fuck her. Fuck her stupid fucking rapist husband who's a fucking an abuser and a fucking cheat on his wife. Fuck all of those cunts, and fuck Hillary Clinton for staying with a fucking man that cheated on her over and over again. She's a fucking stupid cunt for that shit too. And you know what? They're public figures, so I can say that. I've always known that. I've known about New York Times, you know, Coe v. Sullivan. I've known about that. It's got absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. You're trying to straw man me, bro? Please, man. I'm not dumb. I mean, I'm dumb, but I'm not that dumb. I'm kind of dumb, but I'm not that dumb.
TLDR of this regulation is if I can sign up for your service online
it's an
in 90
affront.
seconds, I should be able to cancel the service online in 90 seconds. If it takes me 3 minutes to sign up, 3 minutes to cancel. 10 seconds to sign up, 10 seconds to cancel. If you wish to require that I use certified mail to cancel my service, then goddamn it, you should not be allowed to sign up customers unless they are certified mailing you. Something tells me if these companies were only allowed to sign people up the same way that they make them cancel,
DJ Crafty!
But that's, you know why they don't do that. Federal Trade Commissioner Lena Khan said that changes are needed because some businesses too often trick customers into paying for subscriptions they no longer want or didn't sign up for in the first place. NCTA, the Internet and Television Association, primary trade group of companies like Comcast and Charter, said the rule would make it harder to offer deals for customers who are trying to cancel. The proposed simple click-to-cancel mechanism may not be so simple when such practices are involved. A consumer may easily misunderstand the consequences of canceling, and it is imperative that they know about options. Now, for example, a customer may face difficulty and unintended consequences if they want to cancel only one service in the package, as canceling part of a discounted bundle may increase the price for remaining
Snopes worked for me, Billy,
now,
for
if
sure.
that's confusing, here's how you could fix that. You can have a website that says, here's how much you pay for services right now, and when you cancel one thing, what it does is increases the price of the other thing because it's no longer a bundle. This is very simple code to write. I am an idiot. Took me 6 weeks to get past the word wrap exercise on chapter
Sammy
1,
Mendes,
dab
for DeSantis, dab for DeSantis going away.
Even I could, you uncheck this
Oh,
box?
God.
This thing goes up based on this formula. This is not a difficult thing to do. If consumers are confused,
can I block people on IG?
The onus is 100% on you for having a shit website and a shit billing policy, which, let's face it, the telecom industry
I can't.
is known for. They suck when it comes to making it obvious what it is.
Fuck you, dude.
But it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Out of millions of cancellations, complaints received by NCTA members,
you're lucky I can't block you.
Of 1%. Do you think I complained to the state attorney general of the state that I moved out of when Best Fitness?
All dab for the death of DeSantis' campaign, his presidential campaign.
Do you think I complained
Death
to Ken Paxton
Santis
in Texas when LA Fitness made it hard for me to cancel my membership? No. I
How about
was mad at
that?
the person on the phone.
Here's to
I
him
bitched
stepping
out to my
down.
friends. I made a salty video about it, and then I moved on with my life.
Here's
to
to
the
fucking
Attorney General about this. Yes, they're
Ron
right. A
DeSantis
very, very
always
small
backing
percentage of people
down.
Are complaining about this to their state attorney general. That does not mean that they are not mad. The idea that this is one of the fallacies that I'll hear from politicians. Like I remember when I went to Maine, one of the things that Joel Steck has said is he said, I don't see a lot of people showing up here. So this
Okay, I'm
this
good.
may
I'm
not
good
really
with
be a
being wrong.
problem. And I understand where he's coming from, which is a lot of people did not show up to this hearing. At the same time,
News
this hearing
people
is
are
at
telling
1
the truth.
o'clock on a work
No,
day.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that news people are telling the truth. They have a narrative, man, and we know that on here. I hate when they do that, and they will totally only. Otherwise, they'd get sued, right? No, no, no. They can lie. They can, bro. Let's look at the whole Israel-Gaza thing right now. You think they're giving you honestly both sides all the time? You think they're fairly reporting both sides of that? Do you think Ukraine-Russia is being fairly reported by the press? When the fucking cunts come out wearing yellow and blue? Do you think they're going to tell you about what happened with the Donbass region when they murdered fucking 15,000 ethnic Russians in Ukraine before any of this ever happened? Before Russia ever lined their tanks up and moved into Ukraine and started stomping Nazi ass like they had to do for us in World War II. There's a lot that doesn't get reported, and that's part of the lie. And yes, they do lie because they fail to report on certain things. Man, I watch this guy. I really like him. He's really nice. I watch him on Twitter, and, he never talks about, Donbass region. He always flies a little blue and yellow flag. He doesn't talk about Israel-Palestine. He doesn't talk about the Gazans. He doesn't talk about genocide. And that is part of people's lies. And I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. I hate that people do this. We're only going to, I'm only going to just put out really good positive vibes on the internet and everyone's going to love me. And I'm never going to get political and I'm never going to say this. I'm never going to say that. And meanwhile, the world is going to shit and you're not helping. You're not doing anything. You're pretending to help this one thing that you want to work on and fuck everything else. It's just your cause, So, yes.
I'm going to be leaving. I'm going to be at Aunt Karen's and Uncle Paul's.
Okay.
Over there. So if you need me, I have my phone.
All right.
All right, honey?
All right.
All right, baby. And I'll probably be here most of the day.
Okay. She is going to be right around the corner. So it's so funny. So I get the house to myself again. It's going to get fucking crazy and wild in here, kids. I hope you brought your battery chargers and your wall cables for your smartphone devices, because we're going in for the long haul. You search and didn't find anything? Garfin, what's up? Watching an old guy figure out tech? What isn't is another way to mislead the people. What is shared? What isn't? Another way to mislead the people. Yeah, exactly. It's cherry picking, right? Bitter? It's cherry picking. You wanna fucking cherry pick. I'm just gonna give you, it's like the Today Show is all cherry picked. I hate fucking producers that do that shit. No, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. We're not going to talk about 10,000 dead children in Gaza. We're not going to talk about the fact that they just blew up a university. Trump will be back to save the country, says Sammy Mendez. I hate you, Sammy. He's a fascist, bro. It's not just that, forget about that Donald Trump's a fascist and forget about the fact that Donald Trump is a liar. Donald Trump put Supreme Court justices in the Supreme Court and overturned Roe v. Wade, so now women can't get abortions. And it's terrorizing women around the country. Sammy, that's it, man. You know, and when it happens to you or someone you love, maybe then you'll come around and realize that Donald Trump wasn't the answer. You know, and what sucks is that Joe Biden has done nothing to stop it. You know, he could pack the Supreme Court. Biden could do it. You know, he could work towards it and pass some fucking legislation, you know? But he's not going to, because he's a Catholic and he's a cunt. And when you're Catholic, you have to do what Catholic tells you to do. And, you know, according to them, all life is precious. So women have to die. And women will die. And women will perform abortions on themselves and get abortions done in places where they shouldn't be getting them done. And this is what this kind of legislation does, Sammy Mendez, my brother. If that's how Trump saves the country, I don't think the country needs to be saved, Sammy Mendez. That's what I'm saying. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. I'm on the boat. These people are telling the truth. They must be, because okay, no one else is talking. Wait, why isn't the chat? Is the chat? No one else is chatting. Oh, okay, there's Steve. Biden not even in New Hampshire primary ballot. Why not?
In a work week. Like, yeah, a lot of people are not going to take a day off of work where they may not be paid in order to show up to a hearing that they didn't know existed to advocate for a law that has a 1% chance of passing. That does not mean that it is not a problem. How many people here have found it annoying to cancel a subscription at some point in their life? How many people
He raised his
raised
hand.
their hand to that, reported it to their state attorney general, and got feedback in the mail? Why not? Because you have a life. You have shit to do. You don't have time to do that. This is disingenuous at its core. Many people complain about this. Many people see it as a problem. And if you don't believe it's a problem, all I would suggest you do is try signing up for a gym membership at LA Fitness or Best Fitness Nashua, and then try canceling it online. It's that easy. It's that easy to see that this is a widespread problem. And the thing that is the most offensive here is the idea that customers may not understand the consequences of canceling. You're too stupid for us to stop taking your money. Just trust us. We have your best interests at heart. You should have a 40-minute conversation with us before that happens. Let's say that there are unintended consequences. Let's say I accidentally cancel something. Oh no.
Look at that YouTube play button behind him, man. Look at that YouTube play button award. Yeah, must be nice.
I can go back. If you're, again, most of these websites make it very, very easy for me to sign up for services. So if I canceled something and I made a mistake, I will happily go to your website and re-sign up for it, which is something that's easy to do because these websites make it very, very easy for me to give you my money, in spite of the fact that they make it very difficult for me to stop giving you my money. I'll sign up again. Don't worry about it. No big deal. I'm a big boy. I can cancel services and then re-sign up for them later if I realize that I canceled it in error. You're not trying to protect me, and you never were. And fuck you for implying for even a second that this was about protecting my interests or because you care so much about whether or not I'm going to make a wrong decision. What you're actually doing is you're not trying to make more money by making it hard for people to cancel. You're really protecting me from myself. Oh, fuck you very much. I'll deal with that on my own. It's my job to protect my money, not yours. And I trust myself when it comes to the job and responsibility of protecting my personal finances more than an executive that works at a cable company. So I'll manage my own cancellations. Thank you very much. Tiffith argued that the rule will burden businesses and restrict innovation without any corresponding benefit. How will it restrict innovation if there's a cancel button on a website to a service that I signed up for? Explain this to me. Will somebody explain this to me? Because one of the things that I've talked about on this channel for a while is when you hear the word innovation, you're usually being gaslit in some way, shape, or form. The word innovation used to mean that we had a camera that was black and white, and now we have a camera that is color. That we did not have the ability to zoom, and now we have the ability to zoom. That computers used to be 386SXs, and now we have 486DXs. It used to mean that things were getting better. Innovation is now a buzzword used by lobbyists that wish to erode your rights.
There are dangerous stages from innovation.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Every time I see this word mentioned, it is mentioned by somebody that's saying something ridiculous. Whether you should not be able to repair what it is you bought and paid for, or you should not be able to cancel a subscription service without having to speak on the phone to an agent for 40 minutes after waiting on hold for 20. How is that innovation? How is it innovation that I need to speak to somebody on the phone in 2024 instead of hit cancel? We have had the technology for me to be able to cancel a subscription using the internet since like 1997. Why do I have to call you? Where's the innovation in that? It's a bullshit buzzword. It's a word that they are making up. Powell claims that complying with the rules would require rebuilding cable company systems and that the cost could exceed $100 million for initial implementation by our industry alone. Wow, I didn't know that the firm that did the first Obamacare website is still getting clients. God damn, I had no idea that people were still hiring them. I have a website with a web forum where you could sign up and you can cancel, and there used to be a different package if you wanted to be able to get questions on iPhones and MacBooks answered. It was this much a month. If you wanted just MacBook questions, it was this much a month. If you wanted to cancel, there was a cancel button. And it didn't cost me $100 million. It didn't cost me $1 million. It didn't even cost me $100,000. It cost me a few $100. Now, granted, I get it. A cable company, that's way more complicated. You know it has to be $100 million for a cancel button, because if you're going to cancel, we have to recalculate the price, and that code alone to recalculate the price if you want internet without phone service, that's going to be at least 20. You're being gaslit. This is a joke. Either behind door number 1, they're full of shit, or behind door number 2, they actually are hiring the people that did the first Obamacare website to do their entire system. And that's just bullshit. Like, in no world is it actually going to be more expensive to have a website with a cancel button that automatically calculates based on the different services and the different packages and some basic ass multiplication and division to figure out how much of a discount you're giving somebody if they bundle, versus paying hundreds of thousands of customer support agents that spend 40 minutes on the phone with angry customers. Like, no. It's not going to cost them $100 million to retool their systems.
Whoa.
It's going to cost them $100 million in money that they are getting from...
Dude! Instagram via Meta, it wants to verify me and found my second channel that I totally forgot I had on IG. I had an old channel that I totally forgot about. They found the other channel. They say, we want to verify you, blah, 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 and it's going to cost this much. Dude, they want to put a little blue dot next to my name and have all my personal information and everything for $24 a month. So I can have a little blue dot and probably get absolutely no more followers and absolutely no more fucking views than I already get, most likely. $24.99 a month. I saved $4.99. What you get a verified badge. You get increased account protection. You get support when you need it. You get unique stickers. You know the one thing it says it doesn't say? That more people are going to see you, or that you're going to be unshadow banned. Fuck you. How about go fuck yourself? Thanks for showing me I got another account, dude. Oh my God, I got to try to log into that bad boy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Who knows what's on that first account? Oh my God, I have to go check that out. Let me try to do that shit. How do you do it? Where's the login and out shit? Meta verified. How about Meta suck my dick? How about that, huh? 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 Mark Zuckerberg. Let's see. How do you log out, dude? I don't know. I don't know how to log out of IG. Home. What's that do? I don't know how to log out. That's so funny. Go to the 3 lines. You'd think it would say log in or something. It's like at the very bottom, or log out. There it is. I found it. Yeah, save my login info. Log out. That's awesome. Okay. Create new account. Log into another account. Here we go, dude. Oh shit, there it is. Can't find account. Okay. Let's try this. Can't find the account. Okay. Well, I tried. Okay. It said that I had another account. But cool. But I can't find it, so whatever. I know I had one now. I remember there was. And then I had the Nays Garden Show. But I thought all I did was change the name of it. But I think I made a new one. I stream for a living. Really? I hope you get that. How fast will I be fired? Dude, you're really good at live streaming. I mean, Billy, you're good. Look. It depends on the platform that you're live streaming to. What's the platform, man? What are their I don't know what their terms are, what they say you have to abide by. You're going to be drinking and you're going to be drunk on stream. So it just depends on how long before you get drunk and say stupid shit and they catch you, I guess. It might last a while. You might fool them for a while. Look at my clown nose. Hey, I got a clown nose. Hey, you guys don't see it, but I see it. I see it on my screen, but you don't see it on. I got a little red dot. It's a pull dot for the screen, so I can do stuff like this. I can move things around. But it was right on my nose, like a big clown nose.
From people that forget to cancel, that forget to downgrade.
TikTok, dude, you'll be off TikTok in a day. You'll be gone off TikTok instantly. YouTube, you'll be fine on YouTube for a while. They're going to get you on TikTok.
That don't bother downgrading because they just don't
Hey,
want to
Drew,
deal
it's
being on the
going
hole
good,
for 40
buddy.
minutes. Let's be real here. If there's
Good
a
morning.
$100 million loss,
Hey, hippie chick. Hey, Drew. I'd HRWN 3774. What's up? Hey, IDE 374. What's up? Okay, cool. We're all caught up on the chats.
ain't in building a website, it's in lost profits, and people actually have the ability to say, fuck you, I don't want to give you my money anymore. When you make it easy for customers to decide that they no longer want to pay you, they may actually decide that they no longer want to pay you, and they may pay for less stuff. That's what's actually going on here. And any politician that believes this complete line of horseshit is somebody who should be voted out of office. Powell argued that the proposal shouldn't be applied to the cable industry. The ominously labeled negative option feature is merely a plan that continues until the customer cancels. No such plans present few concern.
He's got a stereo mic on. Hey, Ice, what's up, son? Cheers.
Internet service to flow reliably and without interruption. I expect my internet to renew regularly without interruption. I don't expect that every time it auto-renews that you auto-re-sign me up to a 3-year contract without a cancel button. It's bullshit. It's one thing if I sign a 3-year contract. It's another if when that 3-year contract is up, without me signing anything, without me clicking anything, you automatically sign me up again in a manner where I can cancel. That's on you. You don't have to have that type of system. If you want to have me on the 3-year contract because you want to make sure that whatever, you get your money's worth for the free modem you gave me or whatever for running wire in my house, I understand that. But once that 3 years is done, why is it that you need to sign me up again and not have me cancel? You could simply renew the service but not have it on a contract. You could have me on a month-to-month afterwards. And again, I don't think it costs $100 million to set that up. You sign me up for a 3-year contract. When my 3-year contract is over, you move me to month-to-month. You have a cancel button. Like what? Stop innovation. They know they're paying for continuing service and they know how to cancel. Rarely complaining about the process. Again, this is just disingenuous. It's just fundamentally disingenuous. Millions of people complain about this on a regular basis. Simply because they are not filing a claim with their state attorney general does not mean that they are not complaining. And to pretend that that is the case is disingenuous and shit. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Me personally, I believe that whatever method a company forces you to use to cancel should be the only method they're allowed to use to sign you up. If they want you to wait on hold for 40 minutes in order to cancel, then you should have to wait on hold for 40 minutes to sign up. If they want you to certified mail them to cancel a membership, they should only be allowed to sign you up for that
56.25, so 57,
57,
25.
The same way that I said, if that fucker that ran a business where he forces employees to wear "I love my job" T-shirts,
I use your prediction as
employees
your
were allowed to say
resume,
what
not
he had to
clown.
wait for
Thank
a day,
goodness,
I
dude. My
guarantee he would
wood
never force
is.
his
I've got
employees
these
to wear.
giant beams of wood outside. They're railroad ties that I found in the creek because the guy that worked for my mom while I was in California, he was horrible and he let these railroad ties fall into the creek. He never got them out of the creek and put them back where they belong. He just let them stay down in there. They eventually got covered with sand, and over the years they got etched and they're beautiful. Dude, I didn't realize that. When I first pulled them out of the creek, I was like, oh, I can just use these as barriers around the garden and shit, and I just put them up there and wasn't thinking about it. But we've had this plant, it's called Mother of Thousands, and this really sweet woman that used to work for us, well, she gave us one, and we planted it out there. My mom planted it out there, or she planted it out there, and it just took off. It's growing everywhere. And my future wife and I looked it up on the internet, and we were talking about it, and sure enough, the shit's poisonous as fucking causes heart failure. So I'm like, I'm gonna eradicate it. So when I was eradicating it, these posts had been covered with dirt pine needles and these Mother of Thousands, and I've taken them out and I'm drying them out in the sun, and they're fucking beautiful. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for joining so far. I'm so glad all of you are here right now. I'm having fun. A little too busy over here. Cheers, Iceman. He makes a really good point. These places are obnoxious to do this to us, and it's like they hire people who are craftier to make them more money. We were just talking about that yesterday. God, that idiot Hard Lens Media has 260 people watching his show right now. Fuck. Oh, God, is that douchebag on there? Oh, my God. I kind of want to hear it. Ugh.
Oh my God, yes, they were literally streaming. No. Bro, the whole world's watching this. It was all live streamed. Donald Trump is on Twitter. We're all watching it on national TV, bro. This is not a secret bet.
2 minutes of his speech in.
You're not gonna gaslight us.
Okay? But then I'm not gaslighting you.
You're literally gaslighting. You're pretending like this was happening under cover of darkness, like nobody had any idea what was going on. All of the people outside, the ones that brought the guillotine, that had to play guillotine outside, yes, they did it. And at the very end, and they at the end is the very, at the very end, at the very end, at the very end, at the very end,
At the very end.
very end, that's great, that's great, that's great, that's great. At the very end.
At the very end.
You guys are arguing over the insurrection.
That was fucking hilarious. So there's a guy in here that I was actually in one of those things with once. He's an asshole, man. We were talking about Russia versus Ukraine. Pro-Russia versus pro-Ukraine. And I was on the pro-Russia side. We get high in this bitch. Chuckles. Rid of it on my poison ivy bonsai. Bro, who would make a poison ivy bonsai? Billy would. That's who. Made to Order by Billy Ballantyne. Tyler Sema is back. Tyler Sema 1, what's up? It's a right versus left.
Over the BLM stuff. What was our agreement on? Did we ever even agree at the very opening of the show of what an insurrection is? Did we even agree with that? Do we have an agreement that all of us?
I was the only one who proposed the definition, and the reason is, and I'll give them an opportunity.
I don't want to propose the definition. I
Hang on a
proposed the
second.
1828 Webster one, and then
No. But, okay. Sorry, you're right, Fabian. I'm sorry, you're right. Fabian and I both agreed on the outcome. The reason why I think Lauren and Logic will not propose a definition is because anytime, if they propose a definition, we can attack that with a bunch of historical examples and show that it can't mean what they're saying, because if it did, it would disqualify things that were obviously considered to be insurrections.
The definition that I gave you last time was from, where was it from?
Also, Lauren, your mic is popping a lot. I don't know why. There's like a connection.
Oh,
issue.
sorry.
The definition you
Yeah,
gave,
it's
Lauren?
from Oxford's English Dictionary.
Yeah. So that definition
Yeah,
is
okay.
broader than what the Colorado
Is that
Supreme Court
better?
did.
But yeah, it's from Oxford's English
Yeah,
Dictionary.
that definition that you gave us was broader than what the Colorado court used, right? So
No,
if
it
you're
wasn't.
using,
It's narrower.
yes it was. You were citing a definition, which I don't know. Like, you can cite a definition, and you haven't given a reason why we should use that definition. At the very least, the Colorado courts have gone through an analysis to like assess why this is the
So
correct
why do you want to
definition.
use the Colorado definition?
Because
for the other definition?
they've cited contemporaneous dictionaries. They've cited, most importantly, I think, case examples of what were considered insurrection at the time. Any position that says those are irrelevant is the same as saying, like, we don't care what the framers of this amendment wanted, and we shouldn't even be involved in the inquiry, or this was only meant to apply to Confederates, when it clearly wasn't. They could have said, this applies to the late insurrectionists or the recent.
What case
So-
studies were they using?
So the Whiskey Rebellion is an example that you all can't get away from, because this is obviously considered an insurrection by the people who framed that amendment. And so any definition of insurrection that you offer, if you care about the intent of the framers,
what?
needs to include.
Do you have
both-
evidence for that?
Yes,
Just
of
curious,
course.
do you have evidence that, that when they use the term insurrection, they
It was referred to as an
referring-
insurrection.
Dude,
it was
it's
referred to
like-
as an insurrection
Yes, some people
contemporaneous
call
at
I
the time.
can't
It was known as-
believe that people are arguing over the definition of words. It should be the easiest thing to come to terms with, man. When you're talking about the definition of any word, you guys just look it up and be like, okay, well, this is what it is. Then you just say, how does it qualify? And then you just show the qualifications, how it falls under that definition. I don't know what else to tell these poor lost souls, but there's fucking 10 people there that can't seem to fucking screw in a fucking light bulb among all fucking 10 of them. They can't even screw in a fucking light bulb. And it's just, wow, these are the people of tomorrow. You know, these are the people who are going to be leading others. There's such an easy way out of that. Hey, everybody stop, shut the fuck up. And we're just going to look up the definition of insurrection. Okay, it says right here, a violent, you know, uprising against a government. That's it. You know, boom. Problem solved. Now everybody shut the fuck up and move on to the next thing you want to talk about. I wonder how long they fucking wasted on that bullshit. You know, I won't waste your time. I'm sorry. I don't want to waste your time, you know. It seems like an awful waste of time. Hopefully they discussed different things. I'm sure they did. Terp Tribe, yo, what's up? Hell yeah. Looks like it's warming up outside. Dude, it just, okay, it just went from 48 to 50 degrees just as I looked at it. Huh. I wonder if that thing's got a little beeping alarm on it. My dog's tracker device. I wonder if that works. Probably, I don't know. It would probably bother the dog, I would think. Radar. Out of Bluetooth range. Really? Hey, dude, it's picking it up now. Audio. Light. Fills up as you get closer. Okay. Let's find it. I think I know exactly where it is, but this will be fun. I'm going to use my device here to find this thing. There it is. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's an old picture, dude. What's with these old satellite pictures? It's bullshit. That's some bullshit, dude. Satellite pictures need to be updated. So I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Right on, everybody. So, I'm out of here. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next show. If you're looking for me in the meantime, I'm on Twitter at Nay's Garden. But make sure you always come back to the Rumble. The Rumble. Come back to the Rumble. Okay. Bye, guys. At Nay's Garden. Rumble.com/user/Nay's Garden. All right. And everybody on Instagram, thank you over there. Nay's Garden Show. Thank you. All right.